to our Thursday, last live lesson of this week. And we have, hello, Miss Ava. Hello, Mr. Leon. Hello, Miss Addie. Hello, Mr. Olmo. Hello, Benito. Hello, Mackenzie. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Viviana. And hello, Emmy. All right, guys, check the Zoom chat for your Nearpod and let's get started. It's a busy, busy day. And at the end, I hope we have enough time to do Mackenzie's game. So let's go to who is our teacher helper? Teacher helper, teacher helper, teacher helper, teacher helper. I don't know. How about, oh, Mackenzie, go for it. I see that hand. Try it.
Participate, be respectful, on time, microphones meeting, include full name and Zoom. Stacy Island.
That cracks me up. She knows her promise so well. Okay, what's today then?
Today is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023.
Fabulous. Wonderful. Okay, great work. Great work, great work. Now, little birthday shout outs for our friends, Miss Ruby, Miss Viviana, Mr. Isaac, and Mr. Frank, and me. We're getting older. Our weekly spotlight winners are Miss Mackenzie for being an awesome Zoom promise keeper. Boy, does she know her Zoom promise. Emmy for amazingly detailed responses. She doesn't write one-word sentences, and they're easy to read. They use facts, details. They are there. Sometimes she even squeezes in extra sentences to support her answers. Frank for working hard. Excellent job, guys. Now, what are we doing today? Nope, go back. Nope, I messed up. This is the one, and then we'll go back to the other one. What are we doing today? Today, we are going to what I told you we would do last week. I mentioned we were going to be doing it this week as well. We are going to estimate and measure the length of an object to the nearest inch, foot, yard, centimeter. But more than that, look, it's down here. This is what we're doing because it was part of like a 2-week lesson. So we're actually going to be measuring the lengths of two objects using the same unit and then determining the difference between the measurements. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Way down here, the next steps, and you'll see on our Nearpod what our learning target is today, but it is measuring and comparing to find the difference. Wait, no, not yet. This is what I want to do first. Okay, we need to have a quick discussion. In the in the learning target, I mentioned that we are going to compare two lengths or measurements to find the difference between them. Okay. My question to you, and I want you to open up and discuss this. If you had to find out the difference between two numbers, how would you do it? What math problem would you use? What strategy would you use? Now, here's an example. I have 48 Skittles. You have 29. What's the difference? How do you figure out the difference? Who wants to talk about it? Okay, let's see. Olmo, pick a friend or two.
Ben and Asa.
Ben and Asa, right? Okay, y'all can unmute. I'm going to be quiet, but I need you guys to talk about how would you find the difference between those numbers? What is the math problem you would use?
Well, the numbers are maybe subtract the one. Okay, well, maybe if you, and some reason I'm using technology to scan it. So, yep. Listen. Okay. So if your brain does, you have 48 and 29. 9 with 29. 9 with 48 is one less. No, it's going to one Skittle. Oh, got it. Equal. We have 42, 9. Cannot take away 9. But then we can take a 10 from 24 and it becomes 30. 30. And then it becomes 8.
Asa, did you find an answer?
Yes.
What was your answer?
19.
How did you do that? Did you subtract or add, or what'd you do?
I subtracted, so I did the numbers first.
What number?
8, like the
Oh,
8.
did you do 48 minus 29?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay. All right.
so 8 minus is 90 equals 0. Oh, and one less is that is from 48 is 39 because you take one more away.
Okay, so you're regrouping?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Ben and Almo, did you have an equation? How did you solve it?
Okay. So I solved it with the old one, but on the one I could not take away 8 from 9, so I went to the neighbor and took away a 10, which made it to 18. And
What's your symbol there? Is that adding or subtracting? Where's Mama? Oh, okay. So he did the same equation, right, Asa? What about Ben? Did you do it differently?
This is how I did it.
I can't see your picture.
Coming right
Oh, okay. So same way, guys, look at that. It's the same vertical equation. And what each person seems to be telling us is to find the difference. We need to do what? Put up your hand and show me. Is it adding or subtracting? What did they do? They subtracted. Show me your little minus sign. That's interesting. Is there anybody else who would like to discuss a different strategy? Something that does not subtract? Maybe we didn't use subtraction. Anybody want to talk about what we could do instead of subtracting? No? Okay, well, hang tight because you're going to learn something in a bit. So what they did to find the difference was they subtracted the numbers. What you want to know is what is between 29 and 48? How many Skittles, how many more Skittles does 48 have? How many fewer Skittles does 29 have? If you are comparing Skittles, let's say you had 2 towers of Skittles. One tower is going to be taller, the 48. The other tower is going to be 29. You can match up all the Skittles up to 29, and then you want to know how many extra or more the taller tower of 48 has. You can subtract. That's one way to do it. So remembering that we're going to be comparing lengths in our Nearpod. So in the Zoom chat, make sure that you have grabbed your Nearpod link. I'm going to stop sharing and join you over there. So, oh, who's unmuted? Hold on. Wait, don't unmute. Okay, hold on. So in the Zoom chat, let me go ahead and put it in there for everyone again. Here is the Nearpod link. And it's been there for a little bit now. Keep popping it in, so please join us. And I'm going to join you over there. Okay, hold on tight, hold on tight. So now we're going to put it into a bit of practice, finding the difference. But this time we're going to be learning or finding the difference between measurements. How is that any different, I wonder, than what we just did with the Skittles? Is it harder or different or easier to compare lengths than it is Skittles? Or is it about the same? Well, I guess we're going to find out. So here's our learning target. I updated this one. Today, we will measure the lengths of two objects using the same unit, and that's centimeters. We're going to use the unit of centimeter unit thing, you know, that tool, and determine the difference between their measurements. Our next steps, we will just demonstrate understanding by showing how we can solve it in different or multiple ways. Remember when I said, did anyone else have another way to solve it? That's our next step. That's also going to be a little bit in this lesson. You're going to be introduced to that. Now, your first poll, how confident do you feel finding the difference and comparing two lengths? A, I can do it. I can show my thinking, and I can explain how I did it. B, I need a little more practice. C, I need instruction and support. Please help. Okay, once again, if you are just joining us and you haven't been in the Nearpod yet, I see 11 friends. Yeah, good work. So how'd we do? Okay, good. That's good. I love that honesty. You know that. We're going to think about how we can use our understanding of addition or subtraction to help us solve problems involving measurement. Okay. Now, today's lesson is about reptiles. Go on a field trip and look at those long, what are they? Monitor lizards, I think. Whoa, we're going to be comparing the lengths of reptiles. Maybe mama is much bigger than her offspring. Any more? Are there any hiding in the trees? I'm going to look up here. Sometimes I see lizards hanging out in trees. No? So I want you to think about the length of lizards today, or reptiles, and that's what we're going to use to compare. So get ready. Here we go. You might need a paper and pencil or a whiteboard. Some of the slides will ask you to do your work and then show it off, and some of the slides you'll work right in the Nearpod. And of course, if you don't have the Nearpod, go ahead and grab a piece of paper. Okay, first question. We are going to read this problem. I'm going to read it a few times, and I want you to think about it, and let's discuss. Lynn's pet lizard is 62 centimeters long. It is 19 centimeters shorter than her friend Jada. Lynn's pet lizard is 62 centimeters long. Oh, look at you guys writing it down. It is 19 centimeters shorter than Jada. So my first question to you is, what do you think the question is? What am I trying to find out? Johnny? Hi, Johnny.
We're trying to find out how long Jada's pet lizard is.
Oh, because we already know how long Lynn's is. It states it's 62, doesn't it? But
And
we don't know how long Jada's is.
And I think I know how long Jada's is.
Okay, well, don't tell me yet. Wait. Okay, awesome. Thank you, love. Lynn's pet lizard, we already know, is 62. But we also have another clue, don't we? We know that it is also 19 centimeters shorter than her friend Jada's lizard. So here's another question. Is Jada's pet lizard longer or shorter than Lynn's? Who knows it? Who knows? Who knows? Ooh, let's see. Mackenzie?
What was the question again?
Sure. If Lynn's pet lizard is 62 centimeters long, it is also 19 centimeters shorter than Jada's. Here's the question. Is Jada's lizard longer or shorter than Lynn's?
Longer.
You're right. Ooh, that was good. How'd you know that? How'd you know that? Because it said.
It said
Lynn's-
shorter,
Yeah.
and that means less. So it means like a little amount.
Right. Lynn's pet lizard. They're still talking about Lynn's lizard. Lynn's lizard is 62 and it is 19 centimeters shorter. So Jada's lizard's longer. Okay. So, our question is, how long is Jada's lizard, right? Do you guys think that subtraction is going to work here? Huh. Do you think that if we subtracted 62 minus 19, that we would learn how long Jada's lizard is? I see some yeses and some nos. Now look at your answer. Is that bigger than 62? We just said Jada's lizard's longer than 62. So do you think subtraction is the way to go? What else could we try? Ooh, they're all saying add. Okay, okay. All right, so we might need to add to find out. Well, why would we add? If Lynn's pet lizard is 62 and it's 19 centimeters shorter than Jada's, I don't know how long Jada's is, but if I added 62 and 19 seems to be the difference between them. Wait a minute. The difference has already been figured out. We already know it's 19 centimeters difference. Let's add that. There it is. Let's add that 19. Good work, Addie. Centimeters back on to Lynn's pet lizard. And we will now know how long Jada's lizard is. All right. Who knows the answer? Who knows it? I saw Addie. Ava, what is it?
I forget my answer. I think it was 89 or something.
80, I think it was, what is it? 81. Ooh, yeah, it was something. That's okay if you erased it. 81 is right. If you got 81, you understood that the difference was already determined for us. We already figured out the difference. It's 19 centimeters difference. We needed to add that difference back on to determine the length of the longer lizard. Beautiful job, guys. Okay, so remember the other day when we talked about logical and illogical? Well, if you had gotten that original answer, 43, remember when we subtracted first and we were like, wait a minute, that's not logical. How could Jada's lizard be shorter when it just said that Lynn's lizard is shorter? Wait a minute. So if you find that your answer is illogical, maybe try a new strategy, maybe try adding instead of subtracting. Okay. But once again, we already knew the difference. We didn't need to subtract. We need to add back on. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we're going to skip this part. Skip it. Skip it. Whose pet is longer? Lynn's pet lizard. Okay. We got that. We got the answer. Skip it. Skip it. 81 was the correct answer. I'd like you to look at the diagrams. Can I have your eyeballs thrown at the screen real quick? It says Lynn's pet lizard is 62. It is 19 centimeters shorter. That was the difference. How long is Jada's pet lizard? So they're asking you to tell the answers to the question. Jada's pet was longer. So you would write Jada right here. We already know that. We knew that Lynn's was shorter than Jada's. So whose pet is longer is Jada's. Then I want you to look at these two diagrams. You're going to circle the one that you think is the one you would use to solve the problem. So look carefully. There's 62 and we add on 19 more. Is that what you did? If you did, Lynn is 62, and we add on the difference to help us find Jada's pet, then circle the first diagram like this. I did this, Mrs. Cruz. I added 19 back on. Okay. That is the diagram that matches the story. And we already solved it. You guys did 62. You found out that subtraction didn't give you the greater number, so you added instead. Okay, 6, 7, 8. The correct answer is Jada's pet lizard is a whopping 81 centimeters long. Okay, love bugs, that's how to fill out that form. You circle your thinking or the diagram, the example, okay, and then you solve it and then write it down. And oh, I forgot, I'll just put J here. Jada's pet is longer. Okay, love bugs, we're moving on. Hold on to your seats. We're going to practice. It's sort of a game. We're going to play Guess My Reptiles. So we're going to play a little guessing game. Listen carefully because this is a little complicated. So I just want you to listen first. There are two columns, partner A and partner B. You'll notice that partner A, they have reptiles here that are a day gecko, 28 centimeters, Komodo dragons, 98, baby cobras, 46, and iguana is 65. The other person, partner B, has a ribbon snake, which is 83, a Gila monster, 55, a baby alligator, which is 71, and a ringneck snake is 38. Okay, so I just want you to realize that we're going to be selecting one from one column and then selecting a reptile from the second column and then finding the difference. Now you know what you're going to do. So here is the form that we'll fill out at the end. It says my reptile is, so you choose your reptile from A, and then you're going to say how many more centimeters shorter or longer than partner B, the other column. And we have to guess which animal, which reptile you chose to compare with. All right. So we have to guess your reptiles. Here's your workspace. To find a difference, we subtract. To add one to the difference, we add. But when we're looking for the difference, I think subtracting is helpful. Now, here's what you're going to do. Look at the list. There's A and B. Remember A and B? So here's how it goes. This is a little complicated. Listen. You can use paper. You will choose 2 reptiles, one from each list. You will solve to find out the difference between them, and we have to guess which reptiles you chose. My goodness. All right. I'll repeat it one more time. You will choose 2 reptiles, one from A, one from B. Don't tell anybody. Solve to find the difference between them, and we have to guess the reptiles you chose. Pretty easy. Okay, we will use your equation or your difference, try to figure out, wait a minute, which reptiles did he or she find the difference and compare? All right, so let me look around and see what you're doing. Ooh, I could already tell. Don't forget to do the math problem. You got to figure out the difference, and then we have to guess, okay? So I'm gonna fill mine out too, okay? Just so you know. My reptile is 98. It is 17 centimeters longer than the other reptile. What am I? Mine's 98. And we have to try to figure out what the other reptile is. If it's 17 centimeters longer than your reptile. Notice I didn't put any pictures in. I don't want anybody to see which ones I chose. Ava?
I don't get it. So do you like put the two animals in one section A and one section B, and then you have to like put it all together and then put the number where it says my reptile is something centimeters long. Do you have to add all the numbers together, and do you have to like
Well, that's a good question. Let me ask you this question. Will adding the two lengths give you the difference, or will subtracting the two lengths give you the difference? You can answer. Do you think adding the two lizard lengths, all of them together, will give you the difference between them? Or do you think subtracting will give you the difference?
I think subtracting will give me the difference.
Then you just answered your question. And now the other part of your question was, do you drag the lizards in? I didn't. You can if you want to. I didn't, because I don't want you to see which ones I chose. So I picked, I think, I can tell you the first one I picked is 98. So whatever, oh, I know which one it is. I picked a lizard that was 98. Okay. And then I have a mystery one that I picked, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I picked it right here. And then I subtracted. Ooh, let me go ahead and subtract to show my problem. 98. And here's the one I picked. So you can try to figure out which lizards I compared. Okay. That's it. It's pretty easy. Oh, wait a minute. Did I mess that up? Did. Hold on. There. That's better. Okay. So hopefully that answered your question. The object of the game is to have you guys compare two lizards, and and subtract to find the difference, and we have to guess which lizards you picked. So if you want us to guess and you don't want us to see the lizards, go ahead and after you're done solving the difference, get rid of your pictures of the lizards so we can't see them. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can't believe I messed that up. It's supposed to be a 2. There it is. Okay. Ooh, Addie. Oh, okay. So for example, guys, Addie chose a reptile that was 71 inches long. I know which one that is, but I don't know what her other lizard from column B was. But I do know her clue. Her lizard is 16 centimeters longer than the second reptile. So now I got to go figure out which lizard is 16 centimeters shorter, because it says hers is longer than partner B. So I need to go figure out which one from column B is 16 inches difference. Okay, we have to figure it out. I have to go figure it out. 16 difference. Okay, so which one of those is 71 minus? Okay, I think I know what it is. I can also add on 16 to 83. Remember, I already know the difference. She figured it out. If I add the difference back on to partner B's, if it doesn't add up to 71, then that's not the right lizard, is it? Told you it was a little complicated. She's already subtracted to find the difference. Now I can add the difference back on to partner B's any of those. And if they don't add up to 71, not the right reptile. Anybody want to take a guess? Okay, let's see. Asa, which one do you think it is? Now, here are your choices. 71 plus 16, is that 83, 55, 71, or 38? Which one of these lizards do you think is the lizard she compared hers to? 1, 2, 3,
83.
4. 83? Okay. Is that right? Addie, is that right? Did you pick number 1? If you said, where's Addie? Hers is 71, right? So if hers is 71 centimeters and it's already longer than the other one, then hers is longer. So 71 is the greater number. Hers is going to be longer than anything in partner B's. Anybody else? Ooh, Ava.
I wanted to say, so, do you know where it says it is blank centimeters blank than one of your reptiles? Do you like after when you say the number, I said my number where it says it is blank centimeters, and then there's like a big part where it is blank, like you write how long your like reptile is, if it's like long or short.
You know what I think this big blank square would be good for? Solving the difference. So
No,
add,
I was talking about like under it.
right here? Or
No.
in this one?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so what Addie has done is she has already determined the difference between her first reptile and her second reptile. You can't see it, so you don't know. She already has it solved. So she says that she subtracted 71 minus whatever, and it's 16 centimeters longer. Yep, it's either shorter or longer than this reptile. So her reptile is 16 centimeters longer than this one. So we just need to know what the length of B is. This is really a thinking activity, isn't it? Ooh, Johnny, do you happen to know? Do you happen to know which lizard it might be? 1, 2, 3, or 4 in partner B's column?
In partner B's column?
Remember, she already chose her partner A column reptile. She already picked her reptile here. And she said that it is 16 centimeters longer than partner B. Did I do it right, Addie? Or did you reverse it? Okay, do you want to give us the answer, Addie? Okay, go for it.
The answer is the Gila monster.
I thought so. Why? Because earlier today we just did a problem that said when you have the difference. Oh wait, I need to show you this. When you already have the difference, you can add that back on and make sure it adds up to your reptile, your total. Let me put a little circle around that so it looks like I'm adding on that 10 I carried over. So the correct answer is her secret reptile. The second one she was comparing to was 55 centimeters long. Wait a minute. That's interesting. First, we subtract to find the difference. Then we can add the difference on part whole to make sure it's the right reptile. that will add back up to her reptile. If we chose 83 and tried to add that 16 to that, it'd be too big. Remember, her reptile's longer. This won't work. 83 is much too big. 71 plus 16, once again, she said her reptile's longer. So how could we pick the baby alligator? He's already too long. And the ringneck snake, he's shorter. That's true. Hers is longer than the ringneck snake, but if we add the difference in, it's still going to be too short. So the mystery one was the Gila monster. Gila monster, Gila monster. Okay, good work. All right, love. Let me go ahead and stop annotating. Clear, 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 clear. Okay, can we do one more? Let's do one more. Ooh, who wants to do one? Oh. Ooh, there's Viviana's. Viviana has the pictures of her reptiles. Do you want me to show them? Where's Viviana? I lost her. Do you want me to show it? Yes, no? Yes, I see a yes. All right, let's do it. Okay, guys, so she chose two reptiles. She chose, I can hardly see that, the iguana and the baby snake. She had to subtract to find the difference. The difference was 19. She said her reptile was 65 centimeters long, and the mystery one is 19 centimeters shorter because hers is 19 centimeters longer. Well, you're comparing two reptiles. One is 65 and the second one is smaller because hers is longer. On that last sentence, it says hers is 19 centimeters longer than partner B. So she already found the difference. So what would we need to do? We would need to do what to find out the mystery reptile? Let's go back and see. I want to look at that list. So hers was 65. There it is. We know that. And it's longer by 16 centimeters than one of these. So which one of these reptiles is 16 centimeters shorter than the iguana? How would we figure it out? Emmy, Isaac, Peruza? Who has an answer? Asa? What would we do to determine the mystery?
You have to look at the choices that they gave us and look at the numbers of the animals and subtract half the numbers to figure it out.
Okay,
so when
we got the difference. 19, right? Was it 19? Let me double check. Annotate. Annotate. Let me just double check. Where is she? Where'd she go, Vivian? 19. Okay, so 19 centimeters. Hers is 19 centimeters longer than one of these guys. So now that we know the difference is 19, what should we do?
We should subtract and see what the difference is. Subtract.
We did find the difference. We did. We already found the difference. We already subtracted. It's 19 centimeters longer than one of these guys. So here's our difference. So how can we determine which one of these is the mystery reptile? If we've already subtracted.
You just have to find what the number is and And
Should we add or subtract?
we should add.
Do you want to try adding?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if I try to figure out which is the difference between them, I'm going to subtract 83 minus 19, 55 minus 19, 71 minus 19, or 38 minus 19, or should I add? I think he said add. 83 plus 19, 55 plus 19, 71 plus 19. Wait a minute. If I add these guys, these centimeter length, by the way, we're almost done. But if I add the centimeter length, why did I do that? Clear, 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 clear. If I add these lengths to her difference, it should equal up to 71. Or no, yeah, 71, right? Poor Mrs. Cruz keeps forgetting how long Viviana's is. I think it was 71. Let's go see. No, 65. Silly Mrs. Cruz. Okay, so let's look at her worksheet again. If it's 65, 65 was hers. She subtracted the other reptile that she picked, mystery one. She found out the difference was 19. Her lizard's 19 centimeters longer. We have to go back and add 19 to each one of these, and whichever one adds back up to 65 is going to be the mystery. So 19 plus 38, do you think that will equal 65? If we add the difference to the ringneck snake, if we add 19 to the baby alligator, will that total the 65 iguana? If I add 19 to 55, will that total the iguana length? Or will I, if I add 19 back to ribbon snake? So which is it, Isaac? Which one is it?
The baby cobra.
So number 4? Think it's number 4? No? You think it's baby cobra, 46?
Yes.
Okay. She picked 2 from the same column. Okay, that's cool. So he thinks that if we add 46 plus 19, it will total up to 65. Let's try it. 46 plus 19. Okay, I can do that. 9, 6, 5. And then 4, 5, 6, 65. Ding, 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 ding. Her mystery was in this column. It was number 3. She compared the iguana to the baby cobra. So let me erase all that mess that I made. Clear. She compared the baby cobra to the iguana. She found that 65 minus 46 equals a difference of 19 centimeters. Remember, we're comparing the lengths, right? Now, if you did not know that the baby cobra was the mystery, you would have to add the difference back to every single one of these, and whichever one totals 65, you have now compared the lengths of the reptiles and found which one had the difference of 19. Listen, if it doesn't add up, then it's not logical. It doesn't make sense. If you added 38 and 19, that doesn't total the iguana size. Remember, we found the difference already between them. And if you add 2 parts together and they make a whole, then that is the matching equation. But if you add 2 parts together and they don't equal the whole, then we must have done something that we need to fix. You can't put 2 plus 3 and make it equal 10, can you? No. So we need to make sure that our parts, the measurement and the difference is the other part, totals up to the whole number. So what I would like you to do, and by the way, this is a 2-week lesson because, ooh, there's a lot to think about on this first day. we're going to be talking a little bit more about finding, not only finding the difference, but also understanding which action we take to find the difference. Okay. And then, believe it or not, what you just did was find the unknown, solve for the unknown. Remember the mystery? You needed to figure out what the unknown part was. That's a big lesson for you, okay? To find the unknown part. So let's pick this back up next week, and we'll dive a little more deeply and a little more carefully into finding the difference and the unknowns and what action to take in your equations to do that. I think we're done for the day. What do you guys think? You think you're done? Are your brains tired right now? I bet. Okay, hold on. I may or may not share that Nearpod with you. I might choose a different one because I would like to talk to you a little bit more about that. It was a complicated but very important lesson. All right, so I think we're done. Mackenzie, you have 2 minutes. What game would you like to play?
I want to play I Spy.
Okay, you go for it. And if
Um,
anyone needs to go, they can go.
I spy